Guys, in this video I'm going to do a question and answers. I've not done one for a little while, and while we're all stuck indoors, we're not allowed to go out with all this virus nonsense going around. Perfect opportunity. So I'm not going to answer any specific questions, but there's a few questions that come up quite often over and over again, so I'm going to be addressing some of those now. One of the main questions I get: Kev, when's the monster truck going to get done? It's like, oh man, I know I've been dragging it out a little bit. It's been going on for too long. I've had it sat there for a couple of years. Other stuff's come up, and I'm not going to go all into it why it hasn't been done yet. Got a bit sidetracked with some other stuff. But anyway, I've got enough money now set aside to get the thing done. But here's my predicament. I've got a year left in this shop here, what I'm in here, and I'm renting it. I had a 6-year lease. And at the end of this year, my lease expires, and I don't know if I'm going to have to move out of this unit. But in any case, I don't want to sign another 6 years. Ideally, I'd like to have a bit of land and have my house and my shop all on the same land. For many reasons, you know. One reason is like with this corona stuff going on when we were on lockdown, if I had my own bit of land, I could just carry on like normal. I could still make videos, I could still go out and stuff, I could do more stuff. Also, I want to do more stuff with like real cars, like Land Rover stuff and like destroying stuff, you know, not like whistling diesel. I don't want to do anything like that, destroying nice stuff, but it'd be fun just to get a few junk cars and just to mess around and just do stupid stuff and just make great content. If I had a bit of land, I could do that. So my predicament is do I use that monster truck money and instead put it towards buying a house? And there's actually a house up the road here, and it looks absolutely perfect. It's got like 30 acres of land, and it's got like four houses almost on one. It all comes with it with like 4 houses. So it's got like one main house, and then it comes with 2 like holiday homes that are on there as well. And both of those are like 2-bedroom houses. They're both proper houses, so it's got everything in there, like shower, bathroom, kitchen, bedrooms, everything. So I could have mates staying over, friends staying over. And it's also got a log cabin on the same property as well, which again someone could live in. It's got 2 bedrooms, bathroom, kitchen, all that stuff. And then it's got acres and acres of land. It's got a shop on there which is double the size of this workshop that I've got here. And it's kind of out in the sticks a little bit, where like I could make as much noise as I want and it wouldn't affect anybody. When I finally build the monster truck, I could be testing it there. I could be blowing stuff up. I could be just doing stupid stuff at like any time of day or night, and I could just make anything, do anything. So that's kind of like my predicament. So what would you guys rather see? Would you rather see the monster truck done? I mean, I'm going to finish it anyway. I'm not saying I'm not doing it. I'm going to do it anyway. But the thing is, if I get this property and this land, I could step up the content so much that maybe the monster truck would not be that far behind. So I don't know. What do you reckon, guys? Would you rather see the monster truck done first, or would you rather I have a nice little compound and there's so much land there? I could build my own RC park. I could build my own sort of skate parks, my own RC tracks. I could sort of have a place for flying model aeroplanes and model helicopters. I mean, the amount of land and the amount of space there, I mean, like, options are limitless. I could do anything I want. So let me know what do you think? I mean, I'm 50-50. I'm in a predicament. And especially now with this corona stuff, I mean, the economy is going to be hit. And we might go into a recession, or maybe even into a depression, possibly. I hope it doesn't happen for the sake of like humanity. But if it does happen, then the housing market could really crash. And, you know, I could get a bit of land, possibly, maybe even this bit of property that I'm looking at, maybe at like a bargain price. So it might be a wiser choice to buy the house with the land. I don't know. Or another option is you can buy like a used monster truck for a lot cheaper. I mean, to build a brand new truck, you're looking at about $250,000. So do I use the money instead to buy a used monster truck, put the rest of the money towards buying like that property that I'm looking at, and then I can build the monster truck that I've got now? I can kind of take my time and do it over the next sort of few years, but then have a nice bit of land, a nice bit of property for making videos on, and also get into the monster trucks for a lot cheaper. What do you reckon, guys? Give me a comment down below. I mean, I'm quite liking the idea of this one. Next, collaborations. People keep asking me to collaborate with different people. So I quite like doing my own thing. I'm quite a own sort of independent type of person. I'm quite introverted actually. I might not come across that way, you know, on the videos. I'm quite loud and outspoken, and I can do both. You know, I've done an introvert test before, and I actually come out as I think it's called an omnivert, where you're both. You know, most of the time I like being by myself. I like my own space. I like my own company. I like being on my own. I like being in my shop and just locking myself away from the outside world. So, you know, for example, with this corona stuff now going on, everyone on lockdown, it's not really affected me. I like my own space. I like being on my own. You know, I can get on, I can do my projects, I can work, I can not be bothered. I quite like it. But at the same time, I like going out. I love making videos. I like being noisy. I like making a racket. In that scenario, I can be an extrovert. So, you know, I can do both. But when it comes to collaborations, you know, I've got my group of friends. We've got a nice little team going on. We've got Claire, Pat, Steve, Martin, everybody else that's in the team. It's like we have quite a nice little community, and it works. Everybody gets on, it works. And to sort of like introduce new members to the group, I don't know, it might upset the balance. It might not work. Well, some of the people have said to me that they want to see me collaborate with, and the names that come up most often is Jake Billing, and I've actually been speaking with Jake Billing recently about maybe possibly doing something, and I'm up for it, I'm down with it, and at the moment Jake Billings is sort of making different videos, he's not making RC videos, but you know, possibility is there. If Jake wants to make RC videos again and he wants to collaborate, then that would be cool. Another name that comes up is I should collaborate with Aussie Sparks. So Aussie Sparks, he's over in Canada, I'm in UK, so like very far away. So I'm down with it, I'll be up for it. But usually with collaborations, you would collaborate with a channel of a similar size to keep it fair. So both give and take the same. Obviously RC Sparks is a much bigger channel than me. I'm just a tiny little teeny weeny little channel. RC Sparks is pretty big, so it's not fair for me to really ask RC Sparks for a collaboration, because obviously he's such a much bigger channel. But you know, if it ever sort of come to it, if RC Sparks was ever in UK or I was ever in Canada, you know, I'd be up for it. But you know, I'm not expecting him to agree, and I feel bad. I don't even want to ask, you know, because you know I'll get the same with me. I'll get smaller channels with maybe 1,000 subs ask me, do I want to do a collaboration, and I feel bad for turning them down, but it's really got to be fair, and it's got to be somebody really with a similar channel size. What camera do I use? So I started off using this camera here, Sony camera. Audio was really bad on it, so I started using my phone, which at the time was a Samsung Galaxy S7. I used that for quite a while. I then upgraded to a Samsung Galaxy S9. I also bought a Canon 70D camera, proper Canon 70D. A lot of the vloggers use it. Got the big microphone on top and everything. But I found, honestly, a phone was easier. So now I'm using a Samsung Galaxy S10, and the quality nowadays on phones is just so good. It's really difficult to tell the difference. And the phone is just so much more practical. You've always got it on you. It's always in your pocket. I can clip it onto my controller. It's small. It's just easy. And although the quality of a dedicated camera is obviously a little bit better, it's hard to notice nowadays. So nowadays, 99% of my videos is shot on my Samsung Galaxy S10. I'm filming on the Galaxy S10 now. I use a GoPro Hero 8 to complement the footage. I've got a Session 5 that I stick on top of the cars. And that's pretty much what I use most of the time. But most of the videos are just with a phone. What have we got next? Editing software, I use Adobe Premiere Pro. Although a lot of people say it's expensive, and it can be expensive. Another program that you can use is Davinci Resolve, which is free. And a lot of people say it's actually a better software. It doesn't need as much computing power. It runs a lot smoother. So if I was to start over, I would be using Davinci. That's what Claire uses, and Claire gets on really good with it. But I've learned how Adobe works, so I'm kind of sticking to what I know. I'm going to carry on with Adobe. And because Adobe is so power hungry, I had to buy a beast of a computer. And I've got the computer now. I've got Adobe on there. I'm used to Adobe, so that's what I'm going to carry on using. Can you buy the Traxxas 6x6 crawler? A lot of people ask me, can you buy this? Can you buy that? Can you buy this? Why haven't you got any losses? Why haven't you got any associated? There's no reason really why not. The only reason is you can't have everything. I've got 100 RC cars. I've got enough RC cars that I could make one video of each different car and each car would only ever be shown on the channel like 3 times a year. So I only really buy an RC car now if I really want it myself. If I really want it, if I see it, a new RC comes out, I've got that itch, I've got a scratch, and I've got to buy it, then I buy it, like the Raminator. But otherwise, you know, there's other cars out there that I've already got similar cars. So of course I would love to have all of them, but you can't have everything. You can have anything in life, but you can't have everything. And you know, as I said, I've got to build a monster truck. I've got money to put into my businesses, and I've got to look at some property at some point. So yes, I will buy more cars, but I can't have them all. So, you know, when someone says, will you buy a Traxxas 6x6? Yes, I want one, but there's other stuff that I want more. Can I have a shout out? I get so many people asking for shout outs. The trouble is, if I do it for one person, then everybody's going to keep asking for shout outs, and it's going to get crazy. And another thing is that for everybody else watching, if I start shouting out Joe Blogs, for everybody else watching, it's got no meaning, and it's just going to ruin the video. It's going to ruin the flow of the video. If I start talking about people that nobody knows who they are, it's not good for the video. It's not good for the viewers in general. When I make videos, I try and make the videos to try and please as many people as I possibly can, although that doesn't always work. I want to send you something. I get so many people want to send me stuff. Guys, please don't send me stuff. I mean, I really appreciate it. I appreciate the love. I really do get that some of you guys, you want to give back. If you want to give back to me, the best thing that you can do to me, that's going to mean the most to me, is to donate to my favourite charity, Great Ormond Street Hospital. It's for sick kids. And I'm going to put a link to that hospital down below. I used to deliver to that hospital, actually. Back in the day when I had my last job, I was a truck driver. And I used to drive trucks. They call them lorries here in UK. You guys over in America call them semis or whatever. Semis. Here in the UK, a semi means something else. But I used to deliver to Great Ormond Street, and it's got a special place in my heart, and it's a charity that I really want to help. And when I die, everything I own is going to go to Great Ormond Street. So that's what's going in my will. I haven't made my will yet. I will have to do it. Everything I own is going to Great Ormond Street. So if you really want to give back to me, if you want to support my channel, support my favourite charity. Or if you want to support me directly, you can buy some of my merch, or you could even join the channel. There's a little join button down there. So there's plenty of things you do, but honestly, you know, or even just give a thumbs up or a comment. You know, every thumbs up that you give on the channel, it helps boost the algorithm. It's going to get me more views. So just putting thumbs up on my videos, sharing my videos, commenting, anything like that is going to help. But you don't need to send me any money. You don't need to give me anything. I'll just appreciate you guys so much. I mean, this is one of the best communities out there. I mean, the amount of love that I see out there from some of you guys, it's just overwhelming. A few idiots slip through sometimes. You always get the few that try and spoil it, and I block those from the channel. I try and keep this channel as family friendly as possible. I want everybody to feel welcome on this channel, and I'll just do my best to try and keep this community as best it is. And you guys that come here and comment and leave all the love, I mean, I never believed it. When I first started this channel, I never thought I would get this many people want to just see some man-child just playing with RC cars. I would never have imagined it. And I'm truly humbled and blessed by it. And I really mean that with the bottom of my heart. So next we have... Can we meet up and bash? So as I said before, I've got my nice little group of bash buddies. You know, it's all... I don't really want to add new people to the group. You know, as a group, not just me, as a group. We just want to kind of keep it as it is. And I know some of you guys want to come and meet up and you want to come and play with us. And but the thing is, it's just going to be too many people. It's going to get too much. But we do go to Paddlesworth. And Paddlesworth or Arc Raceway are two places that we go to. And if you want to meet up, then they're the two places that you want to go to. So, you know, if you want to, you know, we've had people join the group before, like Martin and Russell Revo, amongst other people. And the best way to join the group is to come along to a bash event, and like if we get along and it all works out, then maybe if the whole group as a whole approves, then you can join the group. And I want to actually say that for everything in life in general, you know, if you're looking for a mentor, or you want to sort of get in a group, or you want to get involved with something, is you have to introduce yourself slowly to that group or to that person. So, you know, for example, if you want to join this group, or if you want to join any other group or anything else, I mean, you've got to remember that you guys, you kind of know me from the videos, but when I see you guys for the first time, it's just I've never met you before. So it's kind of weird because you guys know me, but I don't know you always. So it's kind of a little bit weird. So it's going to take a little while for me and the group to warm up to you and to see what you're all about. So, and I see some people, they come up to me at events like at Paddlesworth or Arc, and they're too full on. Maybe they don't notice, but they're a little bit too full on, and they're just there the whole time, and they're in the shot of the video the whole time, and they're getting in the way. And I know they mean the best, but it's a little bit too much, and that's going to put people off. You're too full on. You have to introduce yourself slowly, maybe say hello, maybe get chatting a little bit, maybe share a common interest, and just do it slowly. Maybe do it over time, maybe do it over maybe 2 or 3 events. Like Martin, for example, he didn't come into the group until we all sort of met him 2 or 3 times. And that's sort of like the same that everybody comes into the group. So, that's all I can really say really, is if you want to join a certain group, not just my group, anybody else's group, is introduce yourself slowly. Don't be too full on. If you're too full on, you're going to put people off. Introduce yourself slowly, and if the group or the person warms up to you, that's the best way to get into a group or to get into friendship with someone or something like that. Someone else says, what do I sell on eBay? What's your eBay store? So I used to sell solely RC stuff. Now I sell pretty much anything, just random stuff, nothing in particular. If a product makes sense, if a product looks like I can make money with it, I'll sell it. So as regard to what is my eBay store, I don't share it anymore. I messed up before. When I first started my eBay course, I openly shared my own store because I could share the success of my store and show that to you guys. But the trouble is, what people did, they copied my exact products, and then I ended up with loads of competition with everybody selling the exact same product as me, copying the same listings, the same style, the same format, the same wording, the same pictures, the same everything, and it ruined my store. And the thing is, it's not any good for you guys. If I share with you a product that I sell, for example this, which it isn't, but if it is, if I shared with you this product that I sell, and everybody starts selling the same one, it's not going to work out well for anybody. Everybody's going to compete against each other. Nobody's going to make any sales. It's not a benefit at all. So in my eBay course, I'm not going to talk about this much at all, by the way, guys. This is not a sales pitch. But in my eBay course, I teach people how to find their own products, how to make their own listings, how to experiment, how to rank, and how to actually find winning products and make decent money by finding your own products. That way, everybody's got unique products. And people say, well, you're going to get too much competition. Well, no, not this way. There's millions and millions and millions and millions of different products out there, and millions of different customers. There's enough out there for like many, many more people to join the marketplace, and for many more people to sell different items, not the same items. If everybody sells the same items, yes, competition's going to be too much. If everybody sells different items, then no, there's plenty more space in the marketplace and in the ecosystem as a whole for many of us to thrive. Studio tour. People keep asking me for a studio tour, and people always ask for it when I do my live stream. I'm going to put a link to my live stream channel down below. So if you guys want to muck in with the lives, you want to talk to me a bit more directly, a bit more interaction, then you can do that on the live stream channel. As for the studio tour, yes, I will do one. Now that we're locked down here, I saw Colin first did one. A lot of people say that I sound the same as Colin first. To me, we sound completely different, but I can understand why maybe people from America or for people that have different accents maybe can see that. People are saying, do I have a girlfriend, do I have a wife? No, I don't. I've got many dreams in my life, many hopes and dreams, many goals. Last time when I had girlfriends before in the past, it kind of gets in the way. And as much as you don't want it to get in the way, even if you've got a supporting partner, it's still going to get in the way. You still have to make time for that partner. And I've seen many of my friends have big life dreams, big life goals, and not just friends, other people as well. And they've put all of their energy into a relationship only for that relationship to break down and for them to have lost out on their dreams. And they're sort of 10, 20 years down the line and they're missing out on their hopes and dreams. I've got big dreams, I've got big goals. Some of the goals I've shared with you, some of the goals I haven't. And I want to get closer to those goals first before I even think about anything like a wife. If the perfect person come along, if the perfect girlfriend material came along, I wouldn't turn her away. And by perfect, I don't mean perfect as in looks, you know, I'm not an oil painting myself, but I mean perfect as in like we can connect. So, I'm quite fussy, not in looks, but in sort of personality. Also, I'm a vegetarian, so she would have to be a vegetarian too, or a vegan. I couldn't live with a meat eater. I don't like the taste of it. I don't like the smell of it. It just grosses me out. I'm not going to go into it here why. I've gone into it before. One of them was I worked in a meat factory once for one day, and it was so disgusting it just turned me off. And then, well, the other reason was when I delivered to Great Ormond Street, I had to look for the toilet and I got lost, and I ended up in the morgue, and it smelt like bacon. So it's just completely turned me off. That's my reason for it. So if I had a girlfriend or a wife, I couldn't be with anybody that eats meat. Also, I don't want kids. Next, where are your bash locations? I don't share them anymore. We used to share them, but we don't share them anymore. A lot of the places we go to are like skate parks, and it's a bit sort of a grey area if we're supposed to be there or not. These skate parks are there for skaters, and they're not there for RC cars. So what we normally do is if we go to a skate park and there's kids on there or people on there, we turn away and we come back a different day. Sometimes we've got there and there's been a couple of skaters there, and we always ask the skater first, are you cool with us just filming for 10 minutes? If they say, yeah, go for it, we do it. If they say, oh, not really, dude, then we move on. The trouble is when we shed these locations, other people have gone to these skate parks with their RC cars, and they've not followed the same rules that we stick to, and they've ruined it for us. And they've made it difficult and impossible for us to bash at some of these locations and ruined it for us. So I don't share it anymore where we go, unfortunately. A lot of people always ask me, what music do I use in my videos? So 99% of the music I use is from Epidemic Sounds. You basically pay a monthly subscription and then you can use their music. I don't know what each song is called. Once I download the music, I'll rename it. So it's something that I know what it is. I called it like Funny Song 1, Funny Song 2, Sad Song 1. So then when I'm editing, I can just quickly click on that song and I know what it is, and I can, it's the way that I organise my own music. So once I've downloaded it and I've put it on my computer, I don't know what the song's called anymore. So I can't tell you what the song's called. But if you go to Epidemic Sounds, that's where I get most of my music from. You'll find it on there, or also on the YouTube Creator Studio. Sometimes I use some of their music. I used to, a lot more, not so much now, but sometimes I do. A lot of people say, give me an X-Max. A lot of people always say, can you give me an RC car? Can you give me this? Can you give me that? Answer to that is no. You have to work for stuff that you want in life. When I first wanted my first hobby grade RC car, it took me like a year or two to save up for it. I was literally doing ironing and doing chores around the house when I was a kid. I was about 13 years old, and I worked hard and hard and hard and hard to save up for what I want. And I've done the same for everything else that I've got in life. I've worked for it. While my friends have been out drinking, going to the pub, spending time with girlfriends, doing all that stuff, I've been spending time on my business and trying to earn the things that I want. So everything that I've got is earned. Nothing's been given to me. I've never inherited any money. Nobody's ever given me any money. Everything that I've got has been earned. I've worked for it, and I've worked hard for it. I've done many 16-hour days, working weekends, and I've been doing it persistently now since I've quit my job. So for years and years and years and years, I've been working very hard. So everything that I've got, I've worked for very hard. And by hard, I mean putting in a lot of work. I know a lot of it's making YouTube videos. It might not come across as being hard work to some of you guys. It might look like it's easy. Some of it is, some of it isn't. But it's still work. Just because you love your job, and I truly do love my work. I love being a YouTuber. I'm truly passionate about it, and I feel so fortunate to be able to make this as one of my jobs. But it's still work. It's still hard work. You still got to put the effort in. So if you guys have got this entitled attitude where you think you just deserve stuff for no reason, no. The world owes you nothing. Nobody owes you anything at all. If you want something, you've got to work for it. And that is, if you want stuff, then that's how you got to go about it. I know some people get born with a silver spoon in their mouth. 99% of us don't. Most self-made millionaires, they got there through hard work, persistently for many, many years, and probably had many failures along the road. And eventually they found success. And if you want stuff in life, you're going to have to work for it. There's no way around it. Don't beg. Nobody owes you anything. A lot of people say Traxxas must be sponsoring me, and I'm a Traxxas fanboy. I've had that come up quite often. Not so much now, but it does still come up sometimes. So no, Traxxas does not sponsor me. No other company sponsor me. The only company that gives me free stuff is Banggood. And the only reason I accepted stuff from Banggood is because they reached out to me and said, can we send you stuff to review on the channel? I said, I was very reluctant at the time, and I said I will only do it if I can be 100% honest. If a car breaks, it stays in the video. If a car sucks, I can show it in the video. And they said, yes, we want you to do that. We want you to be honest about the product. So, and there's not many companies, or not actually any other companies that I know of, that have agreed to that. Actually, recently, yes, tell a lie, WPL. I've been speaking with like one of the bosses or owners, I don't know who he is, or the person that's responsible for making the videos for them. He reached out to me and said that his newer cars are a lot better than the old ones. Can they send me one for fair review? He said, be fair about it. So I'll take my hats off to Banggood and to WPL for telling reviewers to do honest reviews. So when it comes to Traxxas and Armour and all that stuff, they've never given me anything. I've always bought them all myself. If they would like to sponsor me, I would go with it, but only if I could be 100% honest and I can make the videos how I want to make the videos. Otherwise, I would rather just pay for the stuff myself. My integrity means more to me than getting free stuff. You know, no amount of money or free stuff would ever make me make a product out to be better than what it is. You know, my videos are always going to be 100% honest. You know, I've gained the trust on this channel for over a few years now, and you get there by years and years and years of being honest, and you can ruin it in seconds. And you know, I'm in it for the long haul. I'm in it for, you know, I want to make YouTube videos as long as I can, as long as the platform is going to allow me, forever if I can. I love doing it, and I never want to stop. And I'm only going to have to support by you guys if I'm 100% fully honest. So no amount of money would ever go against that. And actually, a casino company once reached out to me and they offered me $3,000 a video to shout out this casino. Now, I know there's a lot of trouble with online gambling. A lot of people get addicted to it and it ruins many lives. And I'm not going to promote anything like that. So I turned it down. But they were literally offering me $3,000 a video. So, you know, just to put a little 10-second sponsorship in there. And, you know, I could have made a video a day. That's $1 million a year. And I turned it down. So no amount of money is ever going to make me make any product look better than what it is. And I'm never going to endorse a product that I don't recommend myself. So that is pretty much it for this video, guys. I love you all. I appreciate every single one of you. If you've got any more questions and answers, leave them in the comments down below. Maybe I'll address some of them in a future video. This video's gone, Jesus Christ, it's gone on for a long while now. It's supposed to be a 10-minute video. And I will see you all very, very soon.